Hello there guys, Sada here, and today we are going to be taking a look on Phainon in Diversion Universe 7. Now Diversion Universe 7 is one of the most difficult level in the Diversion Universe currently, and Diversion Universe is currently having the HP meta and AoE type attacks. So over here in this run I have taken Phainon as solo later on in the boss battle, but a Phainon team over here. Now, for final team, the starting part of the diversion universe remains the same as it was in my HSRDU tip part 3. If you have not watched it, you can go watch it. Over there, I have talked about some general idea on how we can easily clear off with any not any caster team specifically easily, and any other teams you can if you have the highest in golden boot, which I have in this run. uh, you can easily clear out the Divergent Universe 7. Now, for Phainon, as since I've taken him solo, I'm trying to get as many Irradiation Blessings as possible, and in that also some Destruction Blessings so that I get some defensive ability. Now over here, again when I started the battle, I did not have the 4-star equation completely unlocked. Since the 4-star equation was not completely unlocked, I was kind of doing not at all any damage. So this damage, you see, it is a proper buff team damage, okay? Well, in solo, it would not have been this close at all. Hence, only for the elite battles, I have taken him in the team. At the end, he goes solo in result. But for the final boss, I'm for sure taking him solo. So over here, as you can see, we got a bit of a bad match. This this elite is mainly focused on super break and that. I sure did pick up some harmony blessings here and there, but it was yet not enough. Over here, the only issue I was facing is healing damage, and secondly, is trying to sustain because if he is not in his counter form, you take a lot of HP. And not having some of the destruction blessing like force, jump, and radiative decay, which gives you more amount of HP if you regenerate up below if you are like 20-30%, and if you heal, you get more healing. And the force jump one makes sure that you heal after you drop below, I think, 40% HP approx. Now since I have the Irradiation Brain in Vat 1, which helps me stack as many ults as possible, is going to be crucial for me to, solo. So over here, this is also kind of an DU tips because I found out a way where you can also take another team other than Casper's team to fight the final boss. The final team is also useful because final can have the counter one and the counter blessings, the 3-star one, which is the combination of irradiation and the destruction one. It gives you 6 lightning stacks, and that when you take 6 hits, it's the 7th hit you take, it distributes the damage in an AoE, which does a great chunk of damage when Phainon is in his a lot Ravager form. Now as you can see, I don't have that many of the sustaining abilities, hence I'm just losing amount of HP. And that's why I want Phainon to have his ult always. Even though if it is his team battle, I have prioritized on getting his ult as fast as possible, so as I can, beat the boss. Now that's one thing is that this elite does not summon any more of the uh, small bosses, small enemies, which can distribute our enhanced skill damage. And over here, I did choose Elegy Priest, Flower of Annihilation, but then I later on also got Sky Priest again, which was the counter one. Now Elegy Priest, because I know it does good damage and Blazer. Well, over here for Phainon it didn't work that well. because the blazer charge was not that enough. As only his HP was, fluctuating. Not at all. It didn't do a lot of damage, whereas the Sky Priest one did a lot of damage, even though it was a counter one and only solo Phainon doing the counter. Now for the second battle, I got to go solo because I had the round Q which can just skip your battle completely. Now if you can skip the battle completely, even if I take solo, I just press the pause button and exit. That's it. Done. I could have done that, but that is, a Q I got by chance. That's why I had to fight. So over here, as you see, I have the Sky Priest completely expanded. A 3-star equation completely expanded before I battle the boss. That is very important because without a 3-star blessing, you're not going to do that much damage. Now, as you can see, every time he does his counter, we are going to do a lot more damage. And high scene one is also, kind of, we had the preservation one, quake damage. Over here, I'm just going to call it reverse damage of high scene because they have not said anything about that. At least I am not able to see or read about that. So the enemy is also taking some amount of HP even after he attacks us. So if he attacks some amount of HP to us, we drain like 30%, 40% how much ever. He also drains, significant amount of HP, like max to max 5%, max to max 5, or usually 2 and 3. Because it depends on the highest in golden boon which you take. As you boost the final damage when you see it boosts your uh, reverse damage. And over here, it is surely a bit slow. The slowness is going to be an issue if you don't have a 3-star blessing because the slowness will cause the red bar to appear and the red bar will make the enemies even more stronger. Now that is not what we want. We do not want the enemies to be stronger than they are before. So the counter blessing has helped us a lot, and also having some of the erudition blessings, we are almost able to get almost every time is ready. And now we having Tribi. When the day pops up, we get an extra ult. So that's just why I chose it, because I needed the for solo. And now as you saw, the damage we did for a counter was huge, and you can see the stats. He's not completely buff, but he's good amount of buff. Yet we are just doing that much damage and is not taking that. Now the quake damage is also now ramping up. As you saw, the quake damage ramped up as the more damage the Heavendeer does. As you see, the quake reverse damage and the counter damage is a bit boosted. Sure, the knight is also there which boosts your damage. So, and over here, if you can also get the hunt blessing which gives you an extra turn after you break the weakness of the enemy, this would be faster because you can get extra turn, more fine in attacks. And since his applies physical weakness to everyone, if they come later or before when they are in his domain, and weakness one will be very much proficient, as you'll get more amount of turn. And if the enemy, most probably the enemies usually summon smaller sub bosses, which is going to give you way too many turns of fine, and if you can time them well, the weakness efficiency and that. And if you have the erudition blessing which gives you 50% brain rat for weakness breaking, you're gonna have more ults. Now as you see, I'm almost completely having ult. Over here now, I went and tried to boost my Phainon. If you take even a team for Phainon, they also give counter damage, which is also do more damage. That's one thing. But over here, I took solo Phainon, and solo Phainon also did better for the final battle. So over here, if now as you saw, every time the counter damage is increasing. The more counter damage I have, the better, because the battle will happen to complete faster. And now even the reverse damage is taking in hard. We were also able to deal significant amount of damage because the full enhanced skill fell on the event there. Sometimes make sure to use your basic attack if you are in a critical state. Otherwise, getting counters might be bad. Not always use counters. As you see, the counter is crazy, and it happens every 7 hits you take. And now, as first phase took too long, second phase happened fast. The third phase will happen faster, depending on your team. Now, if you have this Sunday, Sparkle, and Wafa team, and if you have completely boosted Final, then you can even do faster than what I am doing. I try to keep kind of, solo-ish Final over here, not upgrading the um, upgrading him a lot by his buffs. And that's it. Now you can just go watch the uh, final battle, which I take solo completely. This is all the builds that I have gotten, all the blessings, all the equations, all the Furios, all the golden boons, everything. So that's it for this. Now you can just watch it, the final battle, solo battle.
Light up the dark. I can't let them down. The fury of immortal core flames consume me. Is that all? Little. Is that all? Quench the flames of blood. Her agony. Feel the scorching hatred. Tear the sky. Is that all? So without substance. Shit. flames are not strong. Tear the sky! Is that all? Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Her agony! I'll never yield to fate. Hail the new dawn! All stars burn to ash. Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Tear the sky! Is that all? All stars burn to ash. Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn! Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Rend it with strife. The flames are not strong enough. Quench the flames with blood. Her agony! Tear the sky! Is that all? All stars burn to ash. No other choice but forward for tomorrow! Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn! Quench the flames with blood. Rend it with strife. Feel the scorching heat. Tear the sky. Is that all? The flames are not strong enough. Is that all? So without subjects. Is that all? Hail the new dawn!
Amphorius will welcome the true dawn.
Light up the dark.